Alright guys, what is up? So, got some news today. Well, I got it a couple days ago, but I wasn't allowed to tell it until today. Axe Sledge, new hydraulic. The tub is new. It's got a wider mouth to it. That way your hand actually fits inside of it. Some new flavors coming to you. Just want to drive up here. Coming to you. Should be released this Friday. Today is Wednesday, the 25th. I don't know what day this video is actually going to go up, but that is the plan. So get on top of that sale. I'm not sure. Usually they stock up pretty good for these first releases, but I'd still get in there and get your order in quickly rather than later, sooner rather than later. But yeah, did my push yesterday at the warehouse gym. Now still working this week, so we'll be going to the warehouse gym again and getting in my upper back / hamstrings with some quads. A little bit of everything. When I say everything, I mean exactly what I just said. So, yeah, excited. They got some. They actually have a T-bar. Actually, they have the that Mega Mass chest supported row. So that'll be my. I don't know. I want to keep everything kind of similar to my other gym as much as possible. That way, when I go up in weights, I know that I'm actually progressing versus just using a different machine. Now, that's not always applicable. Like sometimes you will just have to use a different machine, or the weight stacks aren't the same, so you have to kind of just compare the best you can based off of the effort level. But we'll make do. One of my coworkers today, very nice and sweetly, told me that one of their kids was trying to lose weight, and they've done a pretty good amount of effort, and they've already lost quite a lot of weight, but they're kind of at a plateau here. And they wanted to tell me that they're going to give him my Facebook just to shoot me a message and see if I can offer any help. And yeah, that's absolutely fine. I'll answer those messages all the time. That's not a problem at all. But they said that they showed a picture of me to them, and he was like, "Well, I don't want to look like that." I'm like, "Oh, buddy." I didn't say this, but it takes so much time and effort and like consistent intensity to grow like this. Like it's similar to when women say like, I don't want to lift weights because I don't want to get too bulky. I don't want to look like a man. Now I think that's kind of been outdated for a while now. I remember hearing that when I was in like high school. Girls would say that they didn't want to go into the weight room. But you still hear it every now and then. I don't want to look like that. I don't want to do her training routine because she looks manly. She looks look at that. Blah blah blah. XYZ. But I just had to kind of chuckle when they said that their son said, "I don't want to look like that." I'm like, well, buddy, you're not going to unless you consistently work hard for years on end. I mean, it's not something where you go to the gym a couple times a week for a couple months and then all of a sudden you just kind of wake up like this. Not to, toot my own horn. It took a long time to get to where I am now, and even there is people that have gotten bigger than I am in a short amount of time. Sure, absolutely. I'm 32 years old. I'm not there's 19, 20-year-old IFBB pros. So it's definitely doable at a younger age, but it's just like this guy I'm referencing is also older than I am. So It's like you have to work harder than me in every aspect to get as big as I am, unless your genetics are just unstoppable, you know. But anyways, I digress. That's kind of the not even a thing that kind of, it didn't make me mad. It was just kind of funny to think about how someone looks at you and they say, well, you're too big and bulky, I don't want to look like that. It's like, well, you won't unless you try really, really, really hard. And it's also one of those things where when you're in the gym and you see yourself making progress, you want to just keep going. I don't think, there is certainly some people that will, when they first went to the gym, as like first time stepping in the gym, they did it because they saw a magazine of a bodybuilder, or they want to look like their favorite anime character like Goku or Vegeta or Broly or anyone, Alex Louise Armstrong from Full Metal Alchemist. Like, I want to look like that. That's my goal when I'm going to go to the gym and start training as. Most of them just want to go and be like, I want to look a little bit bigger. I want to look like, what is it? What's the typical thing people say? Oh, like, what's his name? The main guy in Fight Club, where it's like he's like actually like kind of skinny with a little bit of muscle on him, and they're like, yeah, I want to look like that. I think that's what a lot of people typically start at. Like their starting goal when they get to the gym is kind of looking like that. And then when they get to that point, they're like, actually, you know, I like being in the gym. It's fun for me. It's rewarding. The endorphins you get from working out are awesome. And you're just like, you know what? I'm gonna keep going. Maybe I want to be as big as I don't know a good example, but Thor. I want to be as big as Thor. I mean, that's a pretty big increase there from the other guy. But you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people don't go from I want to not taking a step in the gym ever to I want to be Ronnie Coleman. You know, for those that do, they at least know what they want from the beginning. So good on them, but it's not typically how it goes. But that was my ranting as far as it goes for not wanting to get too big too quickly and not trying to look too bulky. It's hard to do, I'll tell you that. Kind of goes back to my when I tell people to eat big. Eating big is very subjective, because I grew up a very skinny kid. I mean, my son's almost a exact copy of how I was as a kid. Kind of lanky, skinny kid. Who had to work really, really hard and eat a lot of food to put on any weight. I'm talking about, I was also very active. So in high school, like for starting freshman year, they would offer pre-school, like before school lifting. So I would go to the gym, work out before school, go to school, and whatever activity I had after school. So whether it be track or football, or my junior and senior year I did wrestling. It's like, I'm staying busy. My natural metabolism is super high. I would literally make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and set them next to my bed. Set alarms for the middle of the night. Wake up, eat the sandwich. Usually have a glass of chocolate milk or something like that with it, and then go back to bed. I would go to school, eat my lunch, and then have another peanut butter jelly sandwich packed for the rest for after my lunch. And then I'd pack another sort of snack, usually it's another sandwich, after school before whatever I was doing. So I was eating everything that I possibly could fit in my mouth throughout the day. And still, I graduated high school at like 165 pounds. Now, I am still 5'9". That's a decent physique for a high school kid at 5'9", 165. But of course, when you want to be big, when you want to be jacked, you keep kind of pushing that up. Now, eventually, in college, I did hit 180s and eventually 200s, and now I'm sitting at 230 right now. I am 32 years old. Like, I'm like, going back, I would have loved to be 230 pounds at 5'9". Like, that'd just be a super cool experience. Oh, what's going on here? Whatever, all good. Anyways, so eating big is very subjective. If you're someone who has a very sedentary job, who basically gym, working out at the lifting weights is the only thing you really do in a day, highly recommend always getting cardio in, just for the heart health aspect of it. But if that's the only thing you're doing in a day, you sit at a desk job the rest of the time, don't have kids at home to play with, or a dog to take on walks or something like that, not highly recommend that you start a family just for that, but try and get more active. But if you're not able to do any of those things, or don't want to, or whatever, eating big is kind of eating at maintenance calories plus 200-300, sometimes even 500 calories above maintenance, typically 200-300. Study came out last year that says the groups that ate 500 calories above maintenance versus 200-300 calories above maintenance gained about the same amount of muscle, but the larger calorie group put on more body fat. So 200-300 calories above maintenance appears to be the sweet spot. Now, that's based on one of the studies. It's could definitely be a little bit higher, a little bit lower for some people, but that's just the typical. But anyways, I'm at the gym now, just pulled into the parking lot. I will go in there, get changed, and we'll get rolling. So let's do it.